My vision was really to have a facility at one of the great universities of the world to train people for whom not enough has been done in preparing for positions of leadership.
The reason why I chose to become Weidenfeld Scholar is the leadership aspect of the program. I strongly believe that it was a right decision.
In addition to making it possible to come to Oxford and study there, we also provide them with a very deep insight into what goes on in the Western world. We invite them to conferences, we introduce them to important politicians, we take them to Brussels to see how the EU works, which helps to build up their self-confidence.
The mission of the Weidenfeld Scholarships and Leadership Programme is to cultivate the next generation of leaders. Not only does it offer a very generous scholarship for the pursuit of graduate studies at Oxford, both master's and PhD programmes, but it also provides these very talented young people from these emerging economies with an opportunity to pursue an intensive extracurricular leadership development programme.
What makes Weidenfeld Scholarship unique and very special is that it's a scheme that also trains you. It's not about funding you only. And I have many friends who are on different scholarship schemes, but they only get to see their fellow scholars like once a year. And they send them the checks and they send a report at the end. And that's nice, but this is fabulous.
They are looking not just for scholars who are outstanding in the academic aspects of their field, but who also have the potential to become leaders, and leaders in the countries from where they have come when they return after their period in Oxford.
Being in the program and studying at Oxford allows you to meet the most interesting, often unique people, the interaction with whom broadens your horizon. It broadens your worldview, and as a result, the ideas and the dreams that at some point of time seemed unattainable do not seem so impossible anymore.
When I read about the Weidenfeld Scholarship online, I was excited but scared because it sounded too good to be true. They were offering a structure that enables scholars to meet in an academic dialogue format, to really put your minds together, and the things that come out are quite incredible. So the leadership program at Hartwell House is definitely one of these things.
This is a formal line of logic which is leading in a very, very different direction from any of the ones that you've hitherto encountered.
If it applies with force to the actual, surely it applies with even greater forces to the non-actual.
What we know of the thought of Vittorio comes to us from his pupils, one of whom we do know. Exactly.
My coursework this year is purporting to train me to be an environmental manager. And a lot of the same issues that we've been dealing with all week come up in that question of what is it to be a manager of the environment? You know, how do we know what we know? These issues of ignorance and legitimacy and sovereignty and justice.
I think that you have made a very good point of questioning how sure should we be in the things we are trying to implement.
Not only we get to see and build very strong connections with other scholars who come from all over the world, are very talented people, are very well-connected people, and but also with many other people, with politicians, with journalists, with scholars, with activists in various fields. And these connections will stay for life.
So I want to spend a bit of time just showing you about how to use questions skillfully. Look, 3 questions found a secret, and yet some others struggled. What was the secret of what she was doing? Well, number 1, they were all open questions. Number 2, she used the answer from each question to build the next one.
Oxford itself benefits from the presence of the Weidenfeld scholars in the university. They bring a perception of different cultures that benefits all students, British students and all international students here at the university.
One of the most valuable things that the scholars get out of this programme is the set of relationships and bonds that they establish as a result of their studies. The alumni programme that we foster, which includes a whole host of activities to keep that network alive and active, is an extraordinary resource for the professional development of successive generations of scholars.
I'm really excited by the alumni program because looking around Oxford even, I find that other Weidenfeld scholars are really among my favorite colleagues at Oxford. We have a lot of things in common, the fact that we really strived for this opportunity, the fact that we appreciate it and look at it as a responsibility.
The alumni network right now is pretty young still. We're only 1 or 2 years out of Oxford, but I think as we progress in our careers and move along forward in our professions, we're really going to find that we draw upon each other's support, ideas, knowledge, connections.
This is an extraordinary group of young professionals who have proven in a number of ways that they are committed to public life and to contribute to public life in their countries and their regions of origin.
There's a feeling of comradeship and a feeling that is of a common purpose that goes beyond the nationalist or ideological or religious quarrels of today.
The leaders in the scholarship, they really lead by example. They are successful, they are smart, they want to make the world a better place, they are down to earth, they're kind, they care about something greater than themselves, and to me that's how it should be.
It's really giving people who have aspirations to be leaders in their communities exactly the kind of tools they need.
This unique programme would not have been possible without the extraordinary generosity of our donors. Their vision, their commitment, their risk-taking enabled us to get this programme off the ground.
I hope in the future I will be able to give back to the program in the same meaningful way for the future scholars to benefit.